The Federal University of Technology Owerri, popularly called FUTO, was started in October 1980 as our foremost University of Technology in Nigeria. Surrounded by Ihiagwa, Obinze, Eziobodo, Okolochi, Obibiezena, and Imabian communities, all in the West LGA of Imo State. FUTO was established based on the need for Nigeria to participate in the development of a technology-based economy, structured to provide and promote sound basic scientific training, as well as applied sciences relevant for the overall development of Nigeria. The institution has had 4 chancellors and 11 pro-chancellors, chairmen of governing councils. In its 41 years of existence, the Federal University of Technology Owerri has so far been headed by 6 vice-chancellors, while Professor Francis Chukwemeka Eze is the 7th substantive and outgoing vice-chancellor of the institution. The Idato South-born Professor F.C. Eze has been a distinguished professor of physics at the School of Physical Sciences FUTO since 1st October 2003, with specialty in solid-state physics and material science. His emergence as the Vice-Chancellor of FUTO on Monday, 19th June 2016, to oversee the academic and administrative leadership of the institution followed a keenly contested, rigorous, long and tedious process adjudged as most transparent. Professor Eze joined the services of FUTO in 1981. He was appointed reader in physics in 1999 and professor of physics in 2003. Before his elevation as the Vice-Chancellor, he was the Deputy Vice-Chancellor Administration and also an elected member of the 9th Governing Council that represented the FUTO Senate from 2009 to 2013. As an academic and administrative guru, he has acquired over 31 years of university teaching, research, and administrative experience spread over 7 universities within and outside Nigeria. As a result, he has supervised over 300 research projects at BSc, BTech, MSc, and PhD levels. On assumption of duty as the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Francis Eze set out his vision anchored on exceptional people, quality infrastructure, and financial sustainability, with ultimate goals to achieve excellence in teaching, learning, research, and innovation and enterprise. His mantra is driving the culture of excellence.
I still have my mantra as driving the culture of excellence. A Vice-Chancellor must have the drive, must have the courage, must have the strength to drive any particular program you have. If you don't have these qualities, you can't make it. If they tell you, oh, if you go there, they will kill you, and you run away because you don't want to die, you can't drive anything. That's it, number one. Two, efficiency in the system can only be driven by objectivity. If you bring in parochial interest, primordial interest, you can't drive it. So, this staff A, how you treat him, people will be watching. Okay, this staff B, are you going to treat the same offense? Maybe he committed an offense. Let's see whether he will bend the rules. Even among these students they call bad students, they're also intelligent, they watch you. If you do to A what you did to B, what you did to C, you'll be a free man.
The mission of the outgoing VC has been to re-engineer and transform FUTO to be a truly world-class university through recruitment, nurturing, and developing uniquely promising students and exceptional staff to the benefit of the nation and globalized world. The test of the pudding, they say, lies in the eating. Perhaps the first indication that a VC would ultimately achieve his set goals emerged from his established cordial relationship with council members, staff, and also the students.
Serving with him was a delight. In my 4 years as Dean of Postgraduate School under him and Chairman Committee of Deans, he never once interfered with my activities. Because he believes I play by the rules and regulations, all he's interested in is getting the job done. So working with him is such a pleasure.
I would prefer to call him my brother, because hardly has he taken any decision that involves any area of administration without making us to have an input. He's somebody that will get a memo, and instead of him taking decision, he wants the input from his management team. And most of the mails that he has sent down to me to have my opinion, almost all the opinions have offered upheld by him.
I find him somebody who gives the staff the opportunity to excel in their own area. He asks for people's opinion, and for most of the things, before he takes a decision, most decisions are taken collectively. You hardly find him taking a decision on his own without consulting other members of either management, senate, or council, as the case may be.
Our Vice Chancellor, Professor FCSA, is a leader. He's a team builder. He has a way of, carrying everybody along. He's not into that very boss subordinate kind of leadership. He lets you shine. He listens to you. He takes advice. So our relationship is really, really very cordial and respectful. He's a very, very good man.
To some extent, whenever there are issues, whenever he comes to church or anything, he likes addressing the students, and it's okay. We feel good whenever he comes to us because we really want to have this one-on-one contact with him. We feel more at rest rather than when students, SCG people comes to address us.
A visit to FUTO, an interface with a wide range of individuals, students, lecturers, the host communities and council members give clear indications that the Professor Eze-led administration has undoubtedly taken the institution to an enviable level of development.
The first achievement I had, I recorded.
To the Vice Chancellor, the first major achievement he recorded is deepening research. Hence, he got the approval of the Council to appoint a Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research, Development and Innovation.
The reason I did that was that I looked around. Yes, we are on top, But in terms of research, we needed to assemble a team of young, energetic, knowledgeable people to drive research in FUTO, to compete favorably for grants, both in the world and nationally. And so we started, and it paid off. Because initially there was this liturgy on people to key into research. And one day we were told, this is the way to make money. You can win a lot of money by doing research.
This particular office was not existing before, but this, our current dear Vice Chancellor, carved out and established this office of the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research, Development and Innovation, so that we can give attention to research. And I want to tell you that within this administration, there has been a lot of research impact in different areas.
Part of the results is a selection of the Federal University of Technology Owerri for 3 consecutive times and still counting by the World Bank, namely Africa Center of Excellence in Future Energies and Electrochemical Systems, to the tune of $6 million for 4 years, with the possibility of extension renewal. Center of Excellence on Sustainable Procurement, Environment, and Social Standards Enhancement.
We contested with other universities, and you can't believe it, we won. That one is giving us $11 million. That's in FUTO. Then we got again another Center of Excellence, this time from Nigeria Content Development and Monitoring Board, on local material substitution. So I don't want to mention the amount because we are just completing the MOU, but it's mouth-watering.
His major focus is deepening research. That is one area I will give him. I think that's his major #1 focus. Since the Federal University of Technology started over 40 years ago, we have not had the FUTO winning centers of excellence. But as I speak to you now, we already have 3 centers of excellence on ground.
We also won one in waste to wealth, which is also in the region of over $20 million. So this has never happened. It is only in his administration that we started getting these centers of excellence.
These are deepening research and research in areas that will benefit humanity.
This is a temporary site for the Waste to Wealth Laboratory, where wastes are converted to reusable materials.
Waste is never waste. Waste is not an end material. Waste is being transformed from one form to another, from one product to another. So what you call a waste may be a certain material for other products. And that is essentially the theory or the principle for which our operation is based on. Shredding machine, we use it to shred the paper to this form. So like this now, this can be used to make a toilet roll. It can be used to make cardboard sheets. We can use them to make padding materials for chairs, for upholstery chairs. Those chairs you saw up, we use them. Then we also use them to make briquettes. We use it, we mix it with some other additives. It forms that briquette that burns for hours.
FUTO Senate Building, which is the major administrative block of the university, and in fact, its major landmark, was a shadow of itself when the 7th Substantive Vice Chancellor, Professor S.C. Eze, took over. Moved by the passion to create a conducive atmosphere for excellent performance, he promptly embarked on the total renovation and furnishing of the building to a world-class standard. Today, the Senate building is a sight to behold.
This is the first time the Senate building has been renovated, and I must say being able to choose the contractor, because the contractor did a fantastic job. So being able to choose the contractor that will come and deliver. You know, some CEOs may just be giving out contracts because I know this person now, but our Vice Chancellor he looks at you and he's able to say, this person will do this job. Whether you're related, you're a friend, he doesn't give a damn. All he wants is for the job to get done. That is who he is.
Perhaps the attraction of a medical school to the Federal University of Technology Owerri is a big win by Professor Eze. This is because FUTO will now have a new institution inside an institution.
He's a silent achiever. It's my humble submission that given the operating environment, he achieved much beyond his mandate. Incidentally, I was there when he shared his vision and his action plan, and he has exceeded that. In this short time, he has established 3 new schools. SCIT, CSEC, and the medical school that has just been recently approved. This feat has taken 41 years to accomplish. It was not easy. So there is something he knows, and there is something he was getting right.
Since FUTO started, we'll be talking about the College of Medicine. But it's only during this administration that we are bringing a College of Medicine and we're going to get a teaching hospital.
As a result of his doggedness in fighting for the establishment of a medical school, it is a very, very big achievement to this particular university, to the state, and also to all Imo lives, wherever we may be.
I told the Executive Secretary, this will be my parting gift. And the last time I visited Abuja, I said, I want to take my letter because I know we can't fail. And lo and behold, the letter was there. And they said, approved, MBBS program, with effect from this coming session, 2020-21 session. So, that is a big win. Big win in the sense that you are having a new institution inside an institution. So, we're going to run medicine, allied programs, a pharmacy will come on board, and so on. Then we use our technology to drive the medicine, the medical programs we are going to run. So it's a huge success. And to me, that is the parting gift I'm giving to FUTO and to Imo State.
Proactive and visionary as he is, Professor Eze focused attention on the use of online teaching tools and techniques, even before the advent of the dreaded coronavirus pandemic. He procured and developed information technology facilities in teaching, learning, and other aspects of university administration. Further to his desire for digitized FUTO, the Information and Communication Technology Center ICT building that was gutted by fire was not only renovated, but also furnished with state-of-the-art facilities. This gave rise to the broadening of information technology. In the words of the VC, we have run this place following due process.
Following due process. That is also important.
All those interviewed are agreed that the Professor Eze administration promoted effective governance through observance of rule of law, ethics, and financial probity. On staff welfare, the administration of Professor S.C. Eze is second to none. From the onset, he placed high premium on staff development and those expanded strategies through in-house teachings for various categories of the university staff.
Because he believes that if you have all the facilities in the world, if you have all the equipment and the technical know-how is not there, it's a waste. So, using that as a basic pivoter, he has, within these 5 years of his administration, been able to ensure the training of a lot of his staff, both at the postgraduate level, academic and non-academic, attendance at conferences, attendance in workshops and seminars, and all that is available for one to be able to lay one hand on. He has been a very prime mover in the approval and encouragement of staff to attain and improve themselves.
In terms of staff welfare, he has done so much. I mean, if there are 20 of us, he has impacted the life of 15. You know, you can't touch everybody, but he has touched majority of us. So I don't think that anybody will say that, oh, this man is not approachable. He's very approachable. Of course, the students now, you can trust. They are very, very close to him and they respect him. Even the unions, you know. I have been in meetings with, you know, unions and union members, and you know, when they come with all sorts of we're going to die today, but he has a way of, you know, talking to you, calming you down and making you see reason. So, you know, that is something about him.
He has really touched lives in this university. He has done a lot of in as much as I'm not sure, I'm not in the administration, but I know that with the little finances that came into the university within the period he was here, he has really done much. And also, particularly in terms of well-being and then lecturers' welfare, I think he has really done much there. And as well as in terms of promotions to academic staff. I think I will give him 100% in that. He has really done a lot to make sure that the lecturers get their promotions as and when to. At least I am a witness to that. I'm a living witness. That's why I'm talking like this.
When I came on board, I inherited some promotion arrears. Later, we started having salary arrears. And I came on board, I said, if we start, I'm going to make sure that I pay these arrears. If the money is not there to pay it off in one full swoop, I can be paying it gradually. And as God will have it, when the opportunity came, I cleared that in 2 installments. Then you look at employment. We see welfare, that employment we treat open to everybody, irrespective of where you come from. We made it a standing rule. All the first-class people, as much as possible, we will engage, and we did. We made it possible for the low and the high. You are leaving the system. and you have your child that can be employed, at least to say thank you for the job you've done for FUTO. So we have been able to touch so many staff, so many, at no cost. At no cost. 80 or more % of those that benefited, I don't know them. I don't.
On physical infrastructure, many are of the opinion that the VC has set an unprecedented record.
Some new hostels have been added. The bridge we have, which was failing, was going to collapse either through erosion and all that. You can see that that bridge has been rehabilitated. It's a major breakthrough.
He went to Abuja and pleaded our case, and the award of contract was done, and the work has been completed. And if you go there now, you'll be surprised the type of structure that is there. All these ones are to his own efforts. He will never say die. Rather, he will continue to work hard and hard.
Rehabilitation of internal roads, installation of fence wire around the Senate building, erosion and flood control works, reinforcement of threatened bridge base at FUTO, construction of IT Capacity Training Center Phase 1, construction and furnishing of male and female hostels, construction of 1 kilometer access road to Research Park, procurement and installation of 500 kVA Cummins generator and 500 kVA transformer, including generator house and accessories at new hostel blocks, among numerous others. Whereas the issues of security and land encroachment are the major challenges facing the university, the Vice-Chancellor is upbeat that with regular and consistent attention and dialogue paid to the issues, they are not unsurmountable.
The greatest challenge we have in FUTO is security, because there is no perimeter fence. Even in the land encroachment, if we had perimeter fence from the beginning, it wouldn't have been an issue. But now, the encroachment on FUTO land is so massive, and it's still ongoing, if not for the new administration that came on board of distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, who have been so encouraging, so helpful in letting us get back our land.
The university, under the 7th Substantive Vice-Chancellor, has also made waves in the area of agriculture. Dr. Mrs. Egejuru Eze, the Managing Director, FUTO Funds Limited, President, FUTO Women Association FUTOWA, and wife of the Vice-Chancellor, speaks on efforts in this direction.
It's an integral part of the university's system. We have the mandate to harness both the human and natural resources of the university to produce food and feed the community, neighboring community, and Nigeria at large, to commercialize the farming system.
It is therefore not a subject of debate that Professor Francis Chukwuemeka Eze, as the 7th Substantive Vice-Chancellor of FUTO, has left his name in the sands of time through robust achievements.
His administration has been a very, very peaceful one. like in the term of the student to lecturers development, the student to lecturers relationship. We have been relating well.
I have to thank him for the good work he have done for the past years, because it's a good thing that seeing that the university is expanding to more faculty, bringing in new health departments. It's a very good one. And also renovating some buildings and making the student transportation affordable, and moreover bringing in electricity. I think it's a good one. I can say he had a lot of credit on that.
He really did well. You know, you can take the hostel for example. Like they are experiencing 12-hour steady light supply. So with that light, students have, and there is free Wi-Fi. So students can easily go there. You don't even need to subscribe again. Using the free Wi-Fi from hostel, you browse, do assignments, and the rest of them.
Immediately he came in, there was the TSA, you know, and so funds were not there. By the time you know it, we went into COVID-19 and all that. So it has been quite difficult. In spite of all those things, it was achieving so many things. The new schools, you wouldn't believe it that we now have MBBS program. The centers of excellence, they were not there before. He has been achieving them. So many things that should make a university great, he has gone ahead to do them.
That's why we have this level of infrastructural development, new schools, and we don't just have new schools because we want to increase. All our schools and departments are excited. Our programs are on spot to deliver appropriate education, skills acquisition, preparing employable students for the 21st century. And so we have new departments like software engineering, cyber security, forensic science, on and on. We don't just have departments because we want to be like other universities. Our departments target the needs of the markets of today. And
remarkably, the erudite professor of solid state physics couldn't have achieved all this alone. He punctuates every of his comments, addresses and speeches with a first-person plural, we, an indication that he carried his management along in decision-making issues. Professor Eze ran an all-inclusive administration, which ultimately attracted to him the full support of all his principal officers. As a new VC, Professor Mrs. Oti takes over from the outgoing Professor Francis Chukwemeka Eze. It is expected that concerted efforts will be made by her team to take FUTO to the next level of development.
Administration before this one laid some foundation, and this administration came in and built on that foundation. So we expect that the new administration that is coming in will build on what is already existing and get it to the next level.
You know, some people get into power and they tend to forget where they're coming from or where they came from. This Vice Chancellor is not like that, and that is one trait this incoming one also has. She's a very humble person, and she's hardworking, she's dedicated, she knows the job. So I expect that she will just continue from where this Vice Chancellor stops.
The incoming VC is not a stranger to this campus. It's not from outside. She has put in not less than about 34 years in the system. She has held several appointment positions, haven't been an HOD, haven't been a dean, and even rising to the position of DVC academic. I believe she must be able, and she must have been able to learn a lot from the outgoing VC.
The current Vice Chancellor, Professor FCSA, has done well in terms of lifting those people, driving the culture of excellence. And I know that recently a new Vice Chancellor has also been announced. And I'm quite confident that that new one will continue from where Professor Eze stopped.
No matter what pundits say, there are those here who will tell you, no, that man, what he has done for us here is wonderful. So that is the joy I have, that I'm able to touch people positively. And that's a sense of living. If you can't touch others positively, then you haven't achieved much. And my joy is by the time I leave the scene and I come back here, I will see young people that have grown, that are pushing FUTO to greater heights. I'll be so happy with myself. But yes, I came and I contributed.
To God be the glory.